Hello, everybody. I am the Lord of the Zombies speaking. And before I say anything here, I just want to go on ahead and say is that what the sad news was a voice actor who passed away today that was part of the Sonic community. That even though I am talking on my 6th channel as part of right now as I'm making this video, is that, yeah, what really shocked me and what really had frightened me for some quite of a time to kind of think about what was going on, that as today I was looking up last morning as I was getting up around 11, which I barely almost got around almost at the afternoon almost when I actually barely got up at the afternoon, I saw was something earlier that I just bared a witness and saw was that the voice actor behind Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic X has passed away, which was at the age of 61. Like, oh no. I'm like, oh no, man. Really? Is that for real, man? Like, he passed away? Like, yeah, it really shocks me to this day that I couldn't believe it myself, and I couldn't barely believe it was even happening all these times and all those years that he was still alive currently in 1964 to 2026 has been his passing on away was just that, oh God, are you kidding me? Like, he passed away for real, man? Like, that really shocks me for news, man. That shocks me for news. Like, that shocks me infinitely shocked. Now, as I'm saying this again, coming from myself as the Lord of the Zombies to say this question, is that I've always liked Knuckles the Echidna, even in Sonic games, for God's sakes. Like, literally. Like, pretty iconic and pretty good, as much as I could really want to point out again. It's just that, bro, why did the voice actor of Knuckles in Sonic X had to pass away so likely less early? Or some point again could have still lived on, but in some questions again, it was unknown for reason for him passing away, which was just a shocker indeed, which was just a total shock that I was surprised. Like, it scared the hell out of me when I was waking up last morning, and I was like, what? This news can't even be for real. Like, this can't even be true, man. Like, this couldn't be true. But yet, until I see the whole part of the evidence, it tells me another story around the other side of the wind and says it was true. And I'm like, what? You gotta be for real, man. Like, I cannot believe the voice actor behind Knuckles and Sonic X has just passed away at the age of 61. It's like freaking insane, man. Like, imagine going through insanity. Like, imagine going through that phase. Like, for example, for anybody who likes Knuckles the Echidna, I feel your pain, man. I literally feel your pain right there. Like, that's the exact same question as I would say it. Was just that, dude, he did not have to go on to pass away for that one. Like, yeah, I really did wish to say rest in peace for him, at least, and fortunately, again, it's just rest in peace exactly. It's just another farewell. Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace. And speaking of rest in peace, let me just go ahead and give it to the best detail of now that I want to go ahead and say this for this very interesting question. Was that I know I was going to make a video today, but unfortunately my eye had caught the news and my eye had caught the whole thing exactly, and I was like, what? That's that's just insane. Like, I had to go on ahead and just wake myself up in the morning and just decide to go on ahead and make this conversation as I was going to go and make this conversation before this even happened. And I'm like, oh God, no way. So I decided, was like, I guess I'm going to talk about the rental house a little bit less later than now exactly, since now I finally am talking about this, which is just so shocking, man. It is just beyond shocking as I ever had to witness. The voice behind Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic X is just so tragedy, man. It's just so tragedy. The most tragedy I had ever seen. Like, it's just so not good, man. It's just not good. Like, that is just not good, man. That is just. Yeah, it's just so sad, dude. Like, it's just so sad to witness a person who was very reliable and most times in shows or movies had a good passion, had a very good compassion and lots of great things in life that he ever did for the voice that he did for Knuckles was a very honorable, amazing thing he ever did in his lifetime. Was just playing the role as Knuckles, guarding the Master Emerald, and of course, guarding the Chaos Emeralds as usual, and protecting along his side with his buddies, which is just so insane. Like, it's just so insane. Like, I know this is just off topic and stuff, and I know my sixth channel is only about Plants vs. Zombies channel content. It's always been about that. But still, I just really want to, like, bring this attention to everyone else for those again who actually liked the character to begin with from pretty much the Sonic community, I would have to say, and very much likely interesting conversation. So, speaking of conversation right now, I do kind of want to go on ahead and kind of talk about this for an example. Is just that, yeah, let's really go ahead and talk about what is really going on here. Was just that, bro, it really does shock me to say, nevertheless, it's just insane. Like, it's just that insane. So, all I can say right now, guys, rest in peace to say is rest in peace to is the voice behind Knuckles and Sonic X that was known to be as called, that was Bill Wise, the one who did voice Knuckles, by the way, is, let's just say, is rest in peace for Bill Wise, who did the voice behind Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic X. And really say again, really did a great job. Did the voice of Knuckles perfectly and did it pretty well. And speaking of pretty well, I actually am going to let you guys know on a few bit of an interesting side note that I do want to kind of give out for everyone right now. That the best news I actually am going to tell you guys what's going to happen next is, guess what's going to happen? Is that the P vs. Z plush characters are able to return and they're able to come back. And also, there is going to be another convincing thing, by the way, I might be able to try to get to exactly. Like, let's just say this might be the real deal, and this might be the real of the best deal that could ever come to around in 2026. Well, only in the middle of the mid 2026, I think. And I know it was supposed to be from the beginning, but I say again, this news is going to be good, and this news is going to be 100% good once, like, the TV gets hooked up and stuff and junk, and pretty much the consoles as well that gets set up exactly, which I know, like I said, I'm trying to kind of like suit myself around the rental house for a little bit and just kind of get used to things a little bit in the rental house, which, as I said again, I actually do get freedom amount of space, by the way, to make content on videos as usual. So let me tell you guys this again, that I actually am able to kind of like get things sorted out, as I actually am about to kind of sort things out a little bit until I make the next video about whatever I'm ready to make the next one about. Is that, yes, P vs. Z content of plush characters are able to come right back like a snap, and they are going to come back eventually, that they're going to return, as I said, as promised, that they're coming back. And oh yeah, that part of the explanation will actually be fully explained and also be full likely talked on about and fully finally gonna be mentioned. So if you guys are ready for season 2 to finally come back, then yes, it is finally gonna make a return and a comeback, by the way, very soon, for a very instant return. And also I might have to like look through a lot of things exactly and maybe try to short them as out as possible, so that way it'll be a little easier for me to just kind of get voicing easy and done, and just like get the simple as the battle as usual, like every time as the battle continues and continues with each single fight that does happen, to get the brains or fail, which does actually depend on however the whole thing's gonna work out with me. It's just making like season 2 making a comeback for a little while is going to be like the next insane, interesting, crazy topic will ever be mentioned. And yes, as I said again, there will be more things to come, and there'll be more things to definitely be happening. So if you guys are ready for how season 2 is going to be like getting an instant return, then yes, it is going to make a comeback very soon, and very possible soon, as season 2 is going to be able to return. So for those again who are excited for it, then yes, season 2 will come back, and season 2 will fully have a return. And yes, you guys can go ahead and stand up and give yourselves a round of applause, because this time season 2 will come back. And I will say this one more time, by the way, that there will be more returns in the rental house, as I will continue what I've left off and what I've left started. That will be pretty much coming from the light from the stars, that will come right out exactly, that the light of truth will come right out exactly, and all the other episodes were going to be coming out that has never been planned or missed, that will be coming out fully soon, and lately very soon. As I said again, that as I said again, that the TV and the consoles are going to have to be hooked up right now. As I say again, that once they get hooked up, by the way, just want to let you know that it'll finally be a good thing a little bit, just to kind of get that all settled and in, which means I might have a little bit amount of time to think about what episode names I can really go out and give for right now on my 6th channel, as I will try anyways, and will get on board and just find each thumbnail that might be able to suit me enough to say how impressive it could be. And yes, the story mode has still been left where it's been started exactly, and I did remember each single map of P vs. Z2, by the way, of each single map that I do remember and memorized a little bit to kind of get to the point, and will basically get to the point of how this will turn out, in most likely of our favor to get to the point, is that yes, each single one is going to be happening positively and very soon, as I can try my best. So remember this, I'll do my best as I can and get each episode out as possible. As I said again, that once the plush characters will actually be able to get the voicing back, which I might have to voice the characters again in each episode, that yes, correctly or however, it'll be about time I finally get to have a bit freedom, which means I get to have zero silence and more finally of speaking, which means I could finally speak more of the voices again and finally get them back. So remember this, by the way, it'll be finally the ultimate good time and the ultimate chance of this year right now in the mid 2026 will happen very possibly and very soon. So if you guys are ready for it, then we're ready together, and we're ready to do it and get the season 2 still continuing, and will definitely, in fact, season 2 will definitely be resumed, and will also finally come back and make a final comeback, by the way, even though I might save the final finale for however the plants and, of course, the zombies will still battle out the very end exactly, then yes, that, by the way, can still happen ultimately, and might actually will happen. So remember this, once it's ready, then it's ready to go. And of course that Zomboss will still be the final boss the whole time, exactly, to face the plants one final time, and so will Head Zombie as well. So if you guys are ready for it, then we're ready together, and we're about to stand up, and we're finally about to get how season 2 will come to an end exactly, and know how this is going to go with the ultimate twist that might actually be happening for a twist plot that could so happen and be sealed for likely for all eternity for how season 2 will come to an end, but it won't come into an end just yet. As for however with the scrolls, by the way, as I do remember the scrolls, as I remember them, it's going to be a little bit more likely 50-50 of knowing how this will turn out in a different play. But as I said again, it's going to be about through each single maps. That does relate to the gameplay, and it so does to assume each same zombie from different realm that actually will make sense on each map from different worlds of the universe that makes sense. So as I said again, it's going to happen, and if you guys are ready for the finale, then yes, count ourselves in and count myself as in to know how this will go down. And yes, I will still voice myself as the Lord of the Zombies, that I might be able to say that I will return exactly pretty much likely in the end of the finale, knowing how Zomboss or Head Zombie might be defeated by the plants again. But as I said again, I might be able to make myself an interesting cameo that I might get to make myself an audio recorded message in the darkness where I might be able to have my villain arc, my villain evil laugh, and also the very most dark and evil laugh of all time as myself as the Lord of the Zombies. But yet, even better and even more spookier and more interesting as it hits dramatically different, as it hits for a different tone. So, again, if you guys want to see it happen, then yes, it will definitely happen anyway. So, as that being said here, that I am the Lord of the Zombies. And also, I'm just trying to make some plans for everybody so that way that everybody can be on board on the idea and will be interested to the idea. So if you guys are excited, then yes, it will happen anyway, and it will definitely get to be on the best of the best. And also, I will definitely mention about the rental house next in the next video too, exactly. And we'll kind of mention on anyways how most of everything will be prepared. And also, as for like all the game systems and stuff will probably be on board as well and be hooked up as well. So that way it will be even easier just to kind of like see what I have to think about here and just see what I gotta do and other stuff. So as I said again, we'll see what happens, and I hope to say, and most likely in pleasure, we'll see where that goes. But as of now, everybody, I am the Lord of the Zombies, and I will see you absolutely in the next video. And yes, rest in peace to Bill Wise, by the way, who did the voice of did the voice of Knuckles. Meant to say Knuckles, not Sonic, which by the way meant to say Knuckles. So as I said again, thank you, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this interesting video and also a bit of the tribute to more likely a bit on somewhere in the beginning and also at the end where I did pretty much explained it anyways. I'm just saying this now. So as I said again, rest in peace to Bill Wise at the age of 61, and I have to say that you, sir, have done an amazing job for everyone. You did a very good job, part of the community, as always, truly is a part of the community, as always. And also, you will be missed, and you will never be forgotten. As always, you would actually be the world's most interesting character to ever be voiced on Knuckles the Echidna forever. And it really inspired me, by the way, to like Knuckles the Echidna in the first place because I like his, his part of the role is interesting. It could be cocky and it could be very serious at times, but as I said again, it was a very, very interesting run. So as I said again, very good respect. So anyway, that being said, see you guys later and next time. And this is the Lord of the Zombies. And I will see you for the next video. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you next time. And don't forget, the next video might come soon or might come later. You may never know what happens on this 6th channel. And this is just a one video thing I really wanted to kind of talk about here was the saddest thing to see about how Bill Wise had died. So that's all I kind of want to talk about here. And also, as included as well, for a mention thing was David Rosen, the one who was the CEO of Sega, which was just rest in peace anyway, again. So, two mentions were interested in this video, just as now. That was just mentioned anyway. So that being said, rest in peace is more likely. As always, rest in peace. So that being said, see you guys next time. And also, y'all can spread the word and spread the love of saying is rest in peace to the guy who did the very interesting voice of Knuckles, and other voices were included by known to be as Will, or should I say is Bill, not Will, I meant to say was Bill Wise. Yes, by the voice of Bill Wise. So that being said, see you later, absolutely next time for the next video. Bye bye, everybody. See you next time, and signing right out.